The following are experiences during the Doors to Your Mind ritual, which is a kind of guided meditation. A guide leads another through their own mindscape, set usually as a hallway with numerous doors. Although this ritual takes place purely in the mind, there are still numerous do-nots that may lead to a dangerous outcome. This experience was the same night as 2 others that I've done. It was our last ritual for the night. We had done this quite a few times prior in the night. My guide was a friend of mine who wasn't too keen on guiding. He was worried something bad would happen. We had a general list of what to avoid written down in my boyfriend's lap. If he was unsure about something, he could look over and my boyfriend would mouth or nod yes or no, depending on if it was okay to proceed. This list consisted of the following. 1. No black or red doors. 2. No dark areas. 3. No talking to anyone. 4. No going down. Examples being stairs, holes, elevators, etc. 5. No clocks. 6. No metal doors. 7. If it's uncertain, ask the recipient how they feel about the object or door. Finally, my boyfriend and I coaxed him into guiding me. So, I laid down, my head on the pillow, and he began rubbing circles at my temples. I began counting upwards towards 100. He stopped me around 70 or so. I guess I was messing up enough for him to call me on it. "Stop," he said. "Are you in a room?" "Yes," I replied. "Describe it." "The rooms I usually encounter are large and wooden, like a single-room log cabin. However, there wasn't any windows. There was a wooden train on the floor to the right. There was a toy chest to the left, where the window usually was. And there was a hole in the middle of the floor." "Can you play with the toys?" my guide asked. "No." "What's in the chest?" Toys." "Can you see into the hole?" "No, it's too dark." "I wonder what's down there." "Don't go down there," he said quickly. "Are there any doors in the room?" Yes," I answered. "A wooden one." "Go through the door." "Okay." I did so. "Are you in a room?" "Yes, a hallway." "Are there any doors in this hallway?" Yeah. It's a school. Doors to classrooms along the right, windows all along the left, and a door at the end. Red. The other doors are white." "Can you go into any of the classrooms?" my guide asked. "Yes, but I don't want to," I told him. "Why not?" "I want to..." I trailed off, but in my head I said, "Go into the red door." Though I didn't tell him that. "You want to what?" he tried to clarify. That's when I walked down the long hallway towards that red door. If I looked through the windows to the left, I saw a giant, dead tree in the middle of the courtyard. The sky was dark. Crows were circling. Ominous and all that. "Anthe?" my guide called to me. I didn't respond to him. I stepped through the door. And at this point, his voice was far away and I couldn't hear him. I could feel him trying to stop the ritual though, but it wasn't working. I found myself outside, in front of that giant tree. Oh, it was absolutely massive. High in the branches, it looked almost like there was someone there, against the trunk. As I craned my neck to see, that person began pulling away from the tree, and I could start making out features, and he had wings. Yes, giant demonic wings, a mouth impossibly large and wide, filled with sharp, menacing teeth. But other than his mouth, there was nothing else on his face, as though he had a giant, flap of skin sewn onto his face. And he was headed for me. I turned tail and ran. I headed for the gate of the premises. It was one of those giant wrought iron fences with spikes on the tips. Typical. And it was also locked, not budging at all. I guess at one point I must have said something, because I could hear my guide say, "Climb the gate." And I did. "Run down the street," he commanded. "Hide! Find somewhere to hide!" I ran down the street. I found one of those drains on the side of the street, in the gutter, and I somehow slipped inside. I could hear him saying more, but I said, "Shh," to quiet him. Otherwise, that demon guy would hear me. I backed all the way up against the farthest wall from that hole in the ceiling. When that demon thing was gone, or past me, or whatever, I looked around. It was a giant concrete room, and empty. You'd figure it'd be a sewer or something, but it wasn't. "Is he gone?" my guide questioned. I nodded in my hypnotized state. "Are there any doors around?" Yes," I told him. "There's a metal one." "Okay, go through it." Now, mind you, metal was a no-no. But who cares now? I went through. "Follow my voice," my guide tried to lead me. "You can make it. Are you in a room?" "Yeah, a wooden one. Weird. Are there any doors?" "No. Stairs, though, and a door at the top." "Okay, go up the stairs and through the door." I did. "Are you in a room?" "Yes. More stairs," I described. "And another door at the top." "Go." "Now, are you in another room?" my guide asked. "Yeah, wooden. No windows, just empty. There's a door. With a light on the other side." "Okay, go through that door." And I did. And thankfully I woke up. He explained to me then that I'd been out for about 45 minutes, when it felt like maybe 15 at the most. My boyfriend had fallen asleep at the time, and my buddy was freaked out. We went to bed after that, and the subject wasn't very happily discussed the next morning.